Does Splitgate 2 manage to provide the same portal gun and run action that the first did, or is this just another multiverses? Splitgate 2 is still just as fun as its predecessor, despite lifting a lot of its mechanics and game modes from other games, like Halo's power weapons, Apex's BR mechanics, and Portal's portaling. It somehow manages to make them all blend together seamlessly. And the focus on different hero classes helps provide some spice to your average arena shooter gameplay. You get to choose depending on the situation if you want to focus on defense, recon, or just getting kills. And each class having different weapon archetypes helps solidify this further. If I don't feel like using Meridian's mainly charged weapons, I can instead use Sabra's high-powered weapons. The only problem with this I can see though is going to be seeing where they can take this in the future. They already added the only 3 archetypes you'd really need in an arena shooter, so I'm curious what the future classes are going to do. Another thing I like is the lower focus on portaling this time around. Yes, I know portaling is the game's entire gimmick, but even you have to admit that in Splitgate 1 there was a massive skill gap because of the portals. Having a huge skill gap in any game, but especially in shooters, makes it harder for players to stick around because that's another system they have to micromanage. It's why fighting games are notoriously difficult to get into. And I mean, look at Fortnite, they got rid of building and look what happened, the game became better and easier to play. Joe's like trying to figure out how to get us out of here, bro. I'm fucking gritty. What I'm getting at is that the game has less of a focus on the portaling, but more of a focus on the movement, so you can still quickly traverse around the maps, but with less effort, leading to a better experience overall. Moving on to general complaints, I have one here, and it's the lack of a proper camo grind. After you level a weapon up fully, which can be done pretty quickly depending on your skill level, there's really no reason to keep pushing yourself further. Yes, it'd be copying another system from Call of Duty, but a camo grind surprisingly does wonders in terms of replayability, and I think it'd greatly help the game in the long run. Another problem I have is with the Arrows class. They can be strong in the right hands and their weapons are the most fluid out of all of them, but they're just not fun. They're supposed to be rushdown focused but lack the proper rushdown feel. What they could have done is have as a base part of their kit, their ability and equipment cooldowns get reduced with each kill you get. This not only helps because their stim shot and ultimate cooldowns are like 20 and 30 seconds respectively, but also because it would incentivize Arrows players to go for higher and quicker kill streaks in order to keep their stuff up as long as possible. Oh boy, I have quite a bit to say here. I'll be skipping over the technical stuff because the performance is nothing to write home about. But before I rant, this requires context first and foremost. During the open beta, they were building up to their release during Summer Game Fest using taglines like, "It's not a campaign, think bigger," and "What if you could travel to multiple worlds at once?" Expectations and speculations were at an all-time high. So imagine our reaction during Summer Game Fest when it was revealed to be a fucking battle royale. During the announcement, they were also saying Halo is dead, Call of Duty is the same game every year, we want Titanfall 3, all while wearing a hat that says make FPS great again. Which, yeah, true. But the problem is that you're taking a moral high ground while at the same time announcing Battle Royale, the single most overused game mode in the modern day next to Souls-likes based on Eastern mythologies. And it's not even really unique, it's just Apex Legends with resurgent spawn rules. And not only that, you're selling a fucking $80 bundle with just one Meridian skin, 3 weapons, and a portal. And the portal is the most expensive thing in the bundle. You can pretend to justify it as much as you want, but in no universe is a single fucking cosmetic skin worth a full game. This makes Mario Kart World look like a steal. Do we buy the $80 skin?
I remember a better time when skins were $5.
Yeah. Curse you, Fortnite. Okay, so additional note, a day after I wrote this, the CEO of 1047 said they were going to halve the cost of the bundle and refund the people who bought it. Which, yeah, it's a nice first step, but I still think $40 for a cosmetic bundle with this many items is outrageous, especially in today's economy. And before you say the game is free to play, they need to make their money back somehow, or why is it a problem with this game does it and not Call of Duty? One game doing it worse does not excuse the other, both are still employing shady business practices. And I'm aware free-to-play games need to make their money back, but you need to make the bundles actually worth the money. $20 for a high-quality Warframe skin is worth more than $40 for a basic Splitgate 2 skin. It's hypocritical and, dare I say it, pretentious to be acting holier than thou and then not only employ shady business practices that these same games you're shitting on have used before, but also adopt the most oversaturated game mode ever. And going back to the hat, yes, I know it's not a political statement, but you have to realize the majority of people nowadays are fucking idiots who can't comprehend irony or satire and are gonna take that out of context. You can't act surprised that a bunch of morons think you're actually MAGA because you're wearing a parody MAGA hat. The fact that the Battle Royale exists in itself is not bad, it's fine, and if you like it, that's awesome, keep playing it. I'm not trying to say you're stupid for enjoying the mode, it's just the presentation of it that leaves a sour taste in my mouth, and it's not going to help the game's public perception. There are already people on Twitter and one of my IRL friends who don't feel like playing the game because of their attitude and are just calling it slop. And except for the slop part, they're justified. If they had just come out and openly said, we're adding a Battle Royale with the full launch, I don't think it would have been this divisive. You know what would have been worth the marketing push? A PvE game mode, kind of like COD Zombies, or just anything PvE. Splitgate 2 provides the same high-octane run-and-gun portaling action that the first game did, and believe me, it's still a fantastic game to play with friends, especially in arena quick play. But in one fell swoop, 1047 have almost tarnished their goodwill with a confused side mode, outwardly pompous dev team, and explicitly shady microtransactions. It's going to take a while to climb out of the hole they dug for themselves. Splitgate 2 is available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store. It's free to play, and despite how it may look, it has no upfront cost to play it. Alright, before I hop off, I'm going to give one last channel update for a while. As you can probably tell, the past week has been unexpectedly busy. In 1 week, I managed to upload a playthrough of Guilty as Sock, a video of us rolling for Yichuen in Zenless Zone Zero, and this video. Because of that, I might need just a few more weeks to finish my hack and slash video. Not to worry, I did get multiple parts edited between the Doom the Dark Ages review and this one, so I'm not just talking out of my ass. My new goal is to have it out before TennoCon next month. If you want more context on this video, go watch the channel update I made in my Doom review last month. On to reviews, I did want to make a review of Lives of P Overture when it was released, but I genuinely wasn't expecting them to shadow drop it during SGF, and I'm one chapter away from being able to play it, so I unfortunately won't be able to make a review of it. But since we're out of the game show season, we have more games to add to the not so definitive review list, and here they are. Ninja Gaiden 4, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, Mouse PI for Hire, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Tides of Annihilation, Neo 3, Onimusha Way of the Sword, Mina the Hollower, and Resident Evil Requiem. As always, none of these are guaranteed to happen, especially because I plan to take an extended break from YouTube after I get the hack and slash video out. I am also excited for Directive 8020, but I don't plan on making a review of that game. Instead, I'm hoping to make another playthrough video like I did The Devil in Me and The Quarry. That's all for now. Follow me on Instagram for more updates, and I'll see you guys next month.